Alright, what is up guys, and today I'm going to be teaching you the slow play strategy. A little tactic I formed by non-stop playing this game for the past like day or two. I'm addicted to this shit, I absolutely love it, and I'm thinking that I found out a good way to get you guys' win rate up a little bit, so I'm going to be showcasing that. So, the strategy at first may seem a little boring, but once you learn all the layers to it, and all the little tricks and tips along the way, you'll see where a lot of the strategy isn't as dull as it seems to be on the face of it, and it actually has a lot of layers to it. So basically what we want to do, no matter what we have, so let me explain this real quick. If we didn't have a table card right here, we call him out as a liar right away, basically every single time. But since we have cards, we're just going to slow play, and the idea behind this is we want to get a feel out for the board, see what everyone else is doing, and giving them the opportunity to make the mistake by calling someone else out as a liar, or even ourselves if it's the guy to the right of us, instead of us having to take the chance in the beginning of the game. So once the board starts developing more and players start taking risks, or whatever starts happening in the game, then we start playing mind games with our opponents and going different routes with our gameplay.
Liar.
But as you can see, we didn't have to make one chance there. We played all honest cards, and eventually this guy said, hey, fuck it, I'm going to call this guy out.
It's me or the bullet.
Sorry, my girlfriend's messaging me like a mad woman in the background here. I'm just going to put this to the side for a moment. I don't want to have that keep going off during our instructional video here. So we got a king's table. Oh, this is a great hand. I kind of wish I had a worse hand than this, but just for the purposes of the video, but that's fine. We're going to play it out as we get it. So again, we are just slow playing. That would have been a fun one to call out if we had a shittier hand. If you even have one table card, you can kind of debate whether or not you want to call out the guy to your left instead of playing it, but usually I always play. If it's the later half of the game, I am more favored to start calling him out on his first turn if we have a bad hand. Because the idea there is, hey, I have a shitty hand, I'm going to have to lie, and instead of taking the risk for someone else calling me out as a liar, might as well call him out as a liar. It gives them a mental, like a mental check, I like to call it, I guess. It makes it so he's less likely to lie to me on the first turn. So a lot of people get complacent and kind of get too comfortable and start lying on the first turn almost every single time. So calling him out on that is always a good thing, if you're in a position to do so. You don't want to do it for no reason. So now, once he comes back around to us, we're going to go ahead and call him out as a lie. If he has a shitty hand right now, he's very likely to call him out as a liar, which he didn't. So we're going to go ahead and call him out, and we should be able to get this. Like I said, so another idea behind the slow play is you're letting everyone else burn out their table cards. So because we waited so long, not only were we safe that whole time, but it got us to the point where when we were going to call out someone else as a liar, we were highly likely to get the card right because he already burnt through his table cards. So let's see what we got here. Two queens. Okay, so this is a better hand to showcase because it's not as snazzy. So now that we're getting kind of deeper into the game, sometimes I do like to throw out a liar or two. We don't need to yet. Nothing really indicated that we need to do that. If these guys are throwing down a lot of cards, like a lot of people like to do the strategy where you throw down either 2 in the beginning or 3 in the beginning, and then your last 2 are either truth cards or your last 3 are truth cards. I think you guys know that strategy. It's like the go-to strategy that everyone picks up like the first day playing. If they were all playing like that, then I'd be more apt to start lying a little bit more. But we don't need to in this case. It looks like this guy to the right of me is actually looking at me pretty hardcore too. So again, we're gonna lie, or we're gonna call him out as a liar right here, and we didn't need to. So he was more than likely having a pretty bad hand towards the end there. He probably didn't have any more table cards left, so we probably would have caught him out as a liar once again. Hopefully you guys can see how well this strategy is working by now, though. And of course, there is luck involved in the game. Obviously, you're not going to make every single call right, and sometimes you make a good call, but they happen to have been telling the truth, or something like that happens. Sometimes you get dealt a bad hand and you go for the lie immediately, you get it wrong, and then the first shot of your gun kills you. Just like poker, there's luck involved, but there also is a lot of skill and strategy involved behind this game as well. So don't let anyone tell you there's no strategy or this game's all luck based and it's stupid. Like, my win rate is so high right now, and I've been posting that on my channel too, and using the strategy. So if anyone's trying to tell you this game's all luck and it's stupid, they just don't know what they're doing. There's also little stuff you can do. I mean, use your avatar, guys. Sometimes I like to look at people, shake your head at people, yes people, get into their heads, make it seem like you're lying when you're not. I don't do that a whole lot. Sometimes I do.
Kings.
I just like to play it.
Someone's got a death wish.
Play it pretty straight.
One king. One king.
So we are actually, I was kind of yapping too much. I kind of almost wanted to call this guy out as a liar before he got through his cards. I think this guy's trying to bait me into calling me out, or he's thinking about calling this guy out because that's a bad card. So if he calls him out, that means his card is a lie card.
One king.
So right now we are actually forced to having to do this, basically, even though I think that's a truth card. He tried to bait me, so we did get it wrong. So this is a good example. Oh! What a weirdo. I don't know what took him so long to do that. Also, he probably should have called his buddy out as a liar. So usually that doesn't work out in your favor right there. That's why I kind of preemptively was like, okay, we fucked up. But it is what it is. We're going to move on to the next hand here. Got a king's table. Whoops. Okay, so we got a pretty bad hand here. So I'm going to go ahead and call my buddy out to the left of me as a liar right away, like how we talked about.
One king.
Because we're going to be taking a chance to play this deck. So might as well take that chance in calling this guy out as a liar instead of risking someone calling me out as a liar, basically. Excuse me, I was like burping when I was talking right there. Hurry up, bull boy.
Three kings. Liar. Liar.
So I just spammed that. We didn't get it right, but it is what it is. So let's see if we can showcase how unlucky you can be in this game. Whew.
Ha ha ha.
Alright, moving on. Hopefully we can get a better deck. So next time I have one card, I will play the one card and then call him out as a liar in my second turn, more than likely. But we got a pretty good hand this time, so no need to do that. But I think it might be time to introduce a little bit of strategy here. So when you have 3 cards, I love doing this. I either play 1, and then I play 2 next. So 1 truth card, 2 truth cards. Or I do 2 truth cards and 1 truth card. So we're going to do the 2 and then the 1 this time. This is going to try to amp our guy to the right of us to call us out as a liar.
3 queens. You're pushing your luck.
Doesn't look like he's going to. So honestly, now I'm picking up different vibes. So I'm going to kind of abort my mission here. And I'm going to play all 3 of my cards down. Because what that's doing is saying, like, hey, I lied on my first 2 cards, even though I didn't. Oh, well, we don't have to do that now. But that's another strategy you can go for, obviously. It's what we already talked about. I'm sure everyone knows it by now. It's the play 2 and then play 3. Or the play 3 and then play 2. It's literally just setting your opponent up for having the... It's a 50-50 situation for your opponent. It's either, hey, they just lied in their first hand, and now they're telling the truth in the second hand, or vice versa. So I was going to introduce that because I was picking up vibes that this guy wasn't going to call me out as a liar. And there's no reason not to lie if you don't think he's going to call you out, right? That's another good thing that slow play develops, because now I know this table pretty well, and I know their habits and what they like to do. Like, this guy might throw down 2 to 3 cards right now, for example. To my left. And he always takes a goddamn long time to do it.
Queens.
See? So now that's either a lie or a truth.
Someone's got a
he's setting me up in the 50-50 situation, and I'm not going to buy it.
Two
So I'm going to go ahead and
queens.
put my guy to the right of me in a 50-50 situation, knowing that he's barely calling him out as a liar, and now this is huge. The first 2 cards that I threw down are truth cards. Now he's going to be very unlikely to call me out on those in the future here.
This one's for you, darling.
Now you can kind of see where the layers are coming into play. It's a lot of this stuff is situational, but I hopefully am drawing you guys a good guideline of what to look for and why. You know, at least start off with the slow play and then develop your own strategies kind of in the middle to the end game. But don't just start the game with your 50-50s, you know what I mean?
Ace.
With your 3 and then 2 and then 2 and then 3. It's just silly to do so.
1 ace. One ace.
What do we want to do right here? Probably go back to slow playing. I could probably do this. I think I can get away with that pretty easily, but I don't feel like taking that risk right now. What I want to do is the guy to my left to me is playing a lot differently for some reason. I'm not sure why. So let's slow play.
1 ace.
And I want to catch this guy to the left of me out for
1
lying,
ace.
because he is pretty low on shots that he's taken, which I don't like that. It seems like eventually it's going to be up to me and him, or it's still going to be a head-to-head.
1 ace.
Little 1v1 action. Okay, good. He's taking chances. So he actually probably did have a pretty bad hand. Unfortunately, he got that right, though. So that kind of sucks. I do want this guy to the left of me to start taking shots. And everyone's hanging in there. So we got a king's table. Okay, this is a perfect time to call him out as a liar. Now, I think, how many shots have we taken off ourselves? I think 2? Is it 1 or 2? I don't even remember, to be honest. But that's a good thing to keep track of, by the way. It does to keep track of that for you in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and call him out. He does the 3 cards a lot. The chances that he actually had the 3 are pretty unlikely. So this just is a good showcase of why they call him out as a liar instead of playing your shitty hands. Ooh. So we got a king's table again. And our hand is looking okay, I guess. If I had 1 king, I might double down on calling him a liar first hand. A lot of people think they can get away with
2
it.
kings.
But in this case, we're just going to go ahead. Now, I haven't been called out. I haven't even done this yet. Let's go ahead and take a little risk this time.
3 kings.
We're going to do our 3 kings.
3 cards.
It's unlikely for Ricka to call me out. I mean, he could. He's peeking at me, but I think it's pretty unlikely. Alright, he gets it. I'll have to give it to him. My first time throwing down 3 cards, so interesting that he wanted to call me out there. But obviously a pretty good play.
You, darling.
Whew.
Close one.
We are still in the game, luckily. So I think that's my second or third. I gotta pay attention. It will show me in the upper right-hand corner here. I'm sure you guys already took a peek. Pretty bad table start. I wish I had 3 kings. I would probably mind game this guy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that was only my second shot I took.
1 king.
So let's go back to slow play. I'm going to play it safe. Try to get other people to call each other out. Now, if I had 3, I would probably do 2 and then 1, like we talked about before. That's my favorite strategy to do. It really trips people up. Or do the 1 and then 2, because it looks really awkward if you play 1 card and then in the middle of the, your second turn, in the middle of a game, you throw it on 2. It just looks so weird. And a lot of people want to call that out as being a lie.
1 king.
Jeez, I'm like burping. What a great thing to do right in the middle of your instructional video. Just start fucking shitting, pissing, and burping.
3 kings. Liar.
showcasing again how well the slow play can work out into your favor. You just not playing gives the opportunity for other people to make a mistake, is the gist of the idea there. And there goes one guy down, so we're up. One little piggy's gone. That little piggy has went to the market, and he will not be coming home. I try to, you know, a little weird thing that I like to do, I like to try to convince everyone to rock pigs. Do all pig lobbies. I don't know why I do it. This guy didn't want to follow suit, but these guys, they got the memo. It's another funny thing that I have going on in my series. So, we're going to go ahead and call him out as a liar right away.
Liar.
And we get it. So, again, it's always a good thing. Again, it's nice to sparingly do that, so why not wait until you don't have a good hand to do it, basically.
Oh.
And obviously, like, this plan isn't foolproof. You're going to lose games. I mean, no matter what, even if you play like a rock star, you're going to lose games because there is luck involved into this game. But this idea is to raise your overall win rate. I love getting 4 fucking cards because you can really fuck with people's heads. So, doing 3 and then 1 can really fuck with people, but it's not a good play because it puts you in a bad spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1, 2, and then 1. There's a good chance that Ricker will call me out eventually.
1 queen. Liar.
And we didn't even need it, so. Let's see if Ricka gets out of here and we're down to 1 little piggy, which is myself.
Bring it on.
I have a feeling. Ooh, okay. I bet you next time he's out. This game is fucking long as hell. I didn't want to make my guide this long, but maybe it's a good thing that I'm showcasing a longer game for this strategy. That way, I mean, we're going through a lot of examples of different, what the fuck is it? Like orientations of my hand, I guess. I don't know what the fucking good word for that is. Different hand varieties. That's what I was looking for. So, King's Table. Let's go ahead and play a little mind game here. We're gonna do 2 and then 1.
Kings.
And then we are actually looking to call out Steelhead this time.
1 king. 3 kings.
Ooh.
Someone's got a death.
So we're not even gonna call that out. I wish you didn't do that. We're just gonna go ahead and play 1. Let him play. Okay, so what we're planning to do there is play our 1 truth card, have him play a card, and then call him out immediately. Because what that did was, I mean, as you could see, it gave him the opportunity to call me out and make a mistake while we were obviously safe. And then also, since it was so late into that round, he was likely to throw away all of his truth cards, his table cards. And it put us in a good position to call him out for a lie and being right, basically. So.
2 aces.
So I'm going to throw 2 down in a row because he's likely to call me out as a liar or think, because he's going to think that my... Okay. So this is actually a bad position because he probably told the truth there. Since I'm taking such a long time too, I need to do something goofy
2 aces.
and throw 2 down. He's probably going to call this. Yeah, I actually... Forget what you just seen there. That was a really bad... That was actually a bad play by me. I can't defend it. That was actually a really bad play. So don't do as I say, not as I do, basically, is what that was. So let's refresh our heads here and get back into the game. This guy might be a little hard to beat because he is playing, he's setting up 50-50s for us, basically. He's not really the best player. He's just putting 50-50s on the board. So let's try to see if we can catch him up. We're going to do 2 and then 1.
3 aces. 1 ace.
So honestly, if he told the truth there, then he's going to call me out as a lie right there, and obviously we have a truth card. I hope you understand that part of the strategy right there, because it is so good at catching people out, especially people who are doing the 50-50s on you, and you're kind of faking doing the 50-50. And right there, we got our victory, and our slow play strategy has worked yet again. If you want to see more examples of the slow play strategy, you can go ahead and check out my channel. I'm going to be posting so many so many videos of me playing different games, using the strategy, and showing you guys a whole bunch of different tips and tricks with it. I literally just hit record for the first time,
Liar's dice.
and we're able to pull out a victory. I'm not playing Liar's Dice with this, but this wasn't one of these videos where you hit record and then you lose and hit record. Like, this was my first time hitting record for this guide, just to further show you guys how well and how often you will get wins doing this. Watch this video once, watch it twice, go watch my videos on my series. I got a little playlist for it. I'll be posting a lot of episodes, so there'll be plenty to learn from. And I hope you guys learned something. I hope this made sense to you. I know it's hard because there's a lot of little nuances to the strategy, but hopefully this helps you out, gives you a base to go off of, and go out there and do some good lying, my friends.